is your boy, Chef to the Shoepino. How's everybody doing today? How is everybody doing today? Oh, yes, Tuesday night rant session, so I'm supposed to come in extra angry, right? You know what it is. I hope everybody's blessed, having a good day. It's Tuesday. Why would we put a rant session on Tuesday? We put a rant session on Tuesday to kind of shake off the Monday stuff. You get what I'm saying? Kind of shake off some of that Monday, some of those Monday blues. That's one of the main reasons. All right. So first and foremost, what I want to do is send a little love out to the crew. You know what I'm saying? I see my man. What up, E Blizzy? You got that link, big dog. E Black, I see you, Dawn. Loverboy Linsky, what's popping? All right, hold them honey buns down. Queen Nita, peace. Mika Marcel, what it do? Peace to you. Who else? My man, Danique. King editor on deck. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Who else we got? Okay. We got some of our Quasi Quantum. Okay, Quantum is on deck. What up, Quantum? What it do? So I said what it do. Funny story before I bring the fellas on. My daughter was imitating daddy today. She was imitating daddy today. And then she said, why don't you call him? Why don't you call E Black? I said, well, what? She said, and tell him, yo, what up? What it do? So yeah, we're gonna knock him dead on the show tonight, right? Oh yeah. 5 years old, I'm like, yo, get out of here, man. Imitate me, like, that's the way I talk. But anyway, without further ado, I want to bring on the wings of the Nighthawks, my man Victor Freeze, and my man 100 Watts, aka Finesse Visions.
What's happening? What it is? I go by the name of 100 Watts, and I love those that love me.
What?
What's up, fellas? What's up, fellas?
What's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, man, you know, it's just another beautiful day. Sitting over here chilling with my plus one since she don't want to go to bed.
You already know how that. You already know how that is.
You're always invited.
Right. Let's look. Shit. Might as well get it started. I think you might have triggered the first rant of the day, fam. Folks, y'all know what this is. What kind of special magical sensor do children, toddlers, tend to have when you need them to be away from you the most? And they're I don't know, their physiology tells them that's the time for them to come and mess with you the most.
I call all my children Blocks McGee.
Bro.
Right? Blocks McGee. They know how to block some fun. I done had plenty kids block some box. Okay, kids blocking.
They got Roblox, they got whole blocks too.
Yo, son. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it used to be even down back in the day when it was like my son, you know, don't put him down and everything. And then it was like, he just knew when it was time when I was twisting something up. It was like, that's when he would want to come around. Or of course, my daughter, you know, she'll just see I got that look in my eyes when I start approaching. She's like, oh no, I see you, daddy. What are you doing? You're trying to top mommy. You trying to top mommy. Stop it.
What? Top?
Yeah. That's what
Lord.
Like, get on top of her, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you guys always wrestling?
Right?
I tell us not to wrestle, but y'all be wrestling.
Daddy always wins. But yeah, man, they always seem to find you, and when the homies come through, you know, sitting out on the patio, backyard, Now she want to bring me every single piece of artwork. She gonna be making art out
Ever.
of toilet tissue. And look, Daddy. Like, come on, yo.
For
Come
this
on.
one,
They do that. And I'm a bit more old school where you don't do and say certain things in front of the kids, right? So it's like for
right?
me, I'm like, damn it. But yeah, man.
It's a whole style crap. I think now that's something. Folks do a lot of things in front of their children that they would never do in front of us. If we snuck in, you know what I'm saying, peeking. That's why that first scene in what's that, Menace to Society?
Yeah.
Man, get a little nigga drink. You know what I'm saying? That's a real thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know, man. Just thinking about my childhood, you know what I mean? We couldn't be in those rooms like that. And if we did, we was super quiet. They almost didn't know we was there. You know what I mean? You didn't walk through in between no grown folks. You know what I'm saying? You didn't do that. You took the long way. You know what I mean?
I done poked my head around the corner at a couple of house parties.
House parties, man.
Okay.
We didn't. My family, we really didn't have house parties. I mean, we had like holiday family engagements, and they would kind of work out like house parties, but it wasn't like invite the neighbors' house parties, BYOB. It wasn't one of them kind of vibes. Now you can't even do a lot of that with all the violence, everything going on right now, man. You can't even have a damn party now, man. You can't even have a damn party, This variant, that variant, Omarion variant, Chris Brown variant, the variant. Son, straight up and down. It's like we stuck with these dudes, man.
Shout out to everybody that got all 7 of them boosters and still got the variant. Shout out to you.
You imagine?
Wow.
Son.
Did you wow. Fox, you can't just shoot in the crowd like that, bro.
I'm just saying, bro.
I mean, like, yo, wow.
Hey, I did want to give a shout out to Quantum. She trying to steal my idea. I see you, woman. You gonna steal my shit. I see you. Okay.
What is she trying to steal? Put me on.
So last night I did a stream. We were talking about starting a business, and when I was wrapping it up, I was saying those with the intention don't need convincing. So now she trying to put it on the shirt before I do. But shout out to you, Quantum, because she do be, man. Look, man, there's quite a few people that's always showing up here in this chat that show up for us each and every time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be over here with you, Chef, whether it be on my page, like, man, it's amazing to see the people that really do rock with us the way that they do. It's amazing to see it.
It's a beautiful thing. You can't complain about it, man. They have that phrase where they say, your tribe chooses you. Your tribe chooses you. So I'm comfortable enough to recognize that and understand what that means, and I'm going to rock with the tribe. I'm going to rock with the tribe 100%.
Queen Nita too. I want to make sure I didn't want to leave her out because she was rocking with me all night last night.
Shout out to the Queen.
Queen Nita, what's popping with you? So let's talk, fellas. I got homies that that kind of put me into bad positions. When I say bad positions, I don't mean situations that involve me losing my losing my freedom, my life, or anything like that. I'm just talking about uncomfortable positions.
Tell my girl I was with you last night.
Son. So you go first. You talk about it, bro. You put me on. Like, you jumped out the window first.
I'm saying, I'm sorry. As soon as you said it, It was just last weekend. Just last weekend, somebody called my phone. Hey Watts, you mind if I talk to you for a minute? Yeah, what's up? What's going on? I needed to talk to you because I'll use Vic name for right now because I don't want to put homie on Front Street. But Vic told me that y'all was playing basketball last week on Thursday. How was that? And I know that I didn't see that man on Thursday. I know I didn't see him on Thursday. But it's clear that he told her that he was playing basketball with me on Thursday. So now I'm in this position to where either I tell her that he won't there or I hold it down for the homie. And that's like super uncomfortable because I ain't trying to be part of your line to her, bro. Like, why you throwing me in this? That ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. And it's like that Kevin Hart thing is my bullshit is your bullshit. And your bullshit is my bullshit. No, I don't want your bullshit because I don't have a lot of bullshit going on in my life. So it was triggering as soon as you said that. I apologize.
Hey, I used to have this homie, right? And this dude's like, okay, my Wi-Fi acting super lame, so it might not come through. But cause he used to be a serial cheater. Can you hear me? Cuz used to be a serial cheater, right? So he would always, for some reason, I'm like, yo, bruh, a lady called me out the blue, and I don't even answer, but it was blowing my phone up. Like, bro, I don't even know who number this is. Why is they blowing my joint up? That's like 2:00 in the morning. So I answer the phone. Lady like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let's just call them New Orleans. Got the New Orleans over there with you. I'm like, hold on, let me see if he's still here. I thought he was about to go in just a minute. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't play this shit all the way off. I'm like, hold on for a minute. That my mama called. I call him on the other line, like, bruh, what's the deal, yo? Who is this? Oh, that's my like he done fell asleep at the other. Man, listen, man. Dudes is scandalous, but don't drag me your BS unless you give me a heads up. And you got to be my guy. You know what I'm saying? To put me in the midst of that. I don't even think I really probably play like that no more these days, but there was a day. I had to respect the game.
Yeah, that homies put me in a really uncomfortable position. The ones that be the most uncomfortable be the ones that they won't allow you to get away from. You know how it was where if you're at your house and then his mama goes upside his head or, you know, puts her foot in his ass for something that he did, you know, you'd be like, all right, homie, I'm gonna holler at you. Later, Mrs. Johnson. And you out. But you ever notice whenever dudes get into it with their chick and they won't let you leave? Nah, man. If you don't understand, I gotta give you an example, man.
Girl, I ain't worried about nothing.
I ain't worried neither.
Go get your brother. I bet I'll whoop his ass.
Boy, stop.
Go get anybody.
Boy, you can't even fight.
I'll whoop all their ass, all your nephews and cousins.
Shut up with your old ugly ass.
I'm ugly, but you with me.
Yeah, and I don't know why.
Girl, I can move on. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Some that don't smell like fish either.
Well, do it then. I don't care. I can move on too.
Well, whatever it is, do what you gotta do then. What's up, man?
I can't stand your stupid ass.
Your mama? Come on in, man. Shit ain't tripping, bro. Man, I can hear y'all arguing from down the block. Hey, what's up, Chris? Man, you go in the living room, bro. You ain't gotta talk to her. She said she didn't like you anyway first time she met you. I ain't even tell you that, did I?
Just like my mama don't like you. She said you a sorry ass loser.
Oh, yeah? Well, I feel sorry for your daddy because you have to look at your mama ugly ass face every time you wake up in the morning. How about that? Don't take me
You
there.
better stop talking to my mama before I go in your bald head ass mama.
You want me to leave, man? I can come back another time. Man, you ain't gotta go nowhere. Sit down, man. Her earthworm Jim looking ass ain't saying nothing important.
Since your beauty supply store chain one ass wanna talk shit, I ain't doing nothing else for your ass then.
Oh, really?
No more home cooked gourmet meals for you then.
Cutting up hot dogs and putting them in ramen noodles isn't technically a gourmet meal. Your cooking is trash, girl.
I don't need
Oh,
you.
shit.
Any man out here that don't want me. I stay fly, nails stay done, hair stay did.
Girl, that stale-ass musty weed smell like it came from a horse's underarm.
Okay, just like your stale ass all in them. Be almost a whole damn turd in them.
I work in the construction business. You know they ain't dookie streaks. They're dirt.
Dirt from your ass.
Yeah, what up? What's that, the chicken head strut?
Oh,
Oh, no, that's the I can't cook for shit walk. Okay. Yeah, you better go in the room. It's about to get ugly in here like you with your makeup off. Try to come out here front. Girl, stop it. I go with the best of them. Big ass, just one of them days. Big ass period draws having ass girls. Stop. Like you get your draws from the big and tall section. Oh, grandma. Talk about my jaw.
Keep talking.
Oh, boy, she don't want to go there with me. She know ain't no limits with me.
So you say it's no limits, huh? All right.
There be dookie in there sometimes.
So since you want to talk to your friend about me, how about tell your friend what you be saying about him?
Be dookie in there sometimes.
No.
You said you had to leave, bruh?
No, I'ma stay right here. I ain't got nowhere to go.
Hey, listen, you ain't gotta do this. Don't do this. It's between me and you, girl. Don't do that.
What? Don't do what? Say what you said about him and his pregnant girlfriend?
Oh.
Don't do that? That? What? How he a sucker and you don't think the baby is his because his girlfriend's a hoe?
I should have just shut my ass up.
And how you got 3 nipples?
She always goes too damn far. Who knew she was stooped this low?
3 nipples.
Oh, no, she didn't just say that. He gonna know I said that. I'm the only one that knew. That's messed up. Oh, she just gonna walk the hell off. Leave me in an awkward situation. You ain't shit. You know that? What I'm supposed to say to him? I'm out here looking stupid as hell.
How do we know that? Because we blatantly ripped off their design and improved her. You can't be.
We
On
having
the
fun
record, I
tonight.
say none of that, bruh. But she should play the lottery, huh? The way she guessed. All that about you?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
Shout out to my boy Israel 85.
This said you can't
Hey.
fight anyway.
That
Yeah,
argument
son.
was too authentic, man.
Bruh, do you
That's too authentic.
understand?
Said, nah, keep talking.
It's like, okay.
Oh, you said no. You said no limits.
I thought she was gonna come out and say something wild as hell. Like, oh yeah, you remember last night when your feet was up in the air? Like, oh, I thought she was about to be wild.
That's
Right.
I thought she was about to hit him way below the belt.
Yeah, so I mean, look, I will say this, considering she was a cartoon, I will say this. She kind of gave a lot more chances than others, because some would have went straight.
True.
Some would have went straight to the gusto.
Rip your throat
Mhm.
clean out, some scorpion shit. Just get over here.
Nah, he talked that up. That's why he said I should have shut my damn mouth. He talked that shit right on up too. He's like, ooh, she gonna do it too. I should have shut the hell up.
That man said, I feel bad for your daddy
Hey.
because he had to wake up and look at your mama every day. Yeah, it was escalating quickly.
I didn't even hear that one.
I'm gonna play a game.
Let's play a game.
Like if y'all watch the Fatherhood Sip, there was a demonstration that took place where you had 2 men standing there, and it was trying to figure out the victim versus attacker. You know, depending on the way you think.
Right.
Right? You know, we're gonna play a game. We're gonna play a little game. It's called Who's Crazy?
Mm-mm.
Called Guess Who's Crazy?
escalated quickly.
I was not
Bruh.
expecting that at all.
I know you wasn't. I know you
Oh,
wasn't.
sweet little fella. Oh,
Yo,
little
son,
fella.
that's what I was like. Look, I was like,
Breaking the
guess.
law.
Like, can you guess who's crazy? You was looking at money there like this.
I'm like, nah, Playboy probably, slight
Yo.
autistic or something. He ain't crazy that all of a sudden he go bang, bang.
Bro, once you seen dudes start getting at the door, you seen the dude who's piddling around, you seen he straightened up real quick. He got saying like, well, excuse me, sir. You didn't see his whole look change, like he wasn't looking crazy anymore. Word. Uh-oh. But that would. And we take it out. Yeah, man. Yo. That's funny though. I didn't see anybody wearing any mask, man. This COVID shit.
And that had to be New York too.
Yeah,
That's definitely New York. That's nowhere else in the world but New York.
It looked like the subway though. Yo.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of masks, yo. I'm sick and tired of breathing into these shits. I'm sick and tired of, you know what I'm saying, having to walk with fear, And for me, I have a problem using around the ear shits, the ones that I normally use, be like, the pullover neck joints. Cause shit, without them, this is me.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You wearing this shit like a thong.
I was literally just thinking that same thing.
Okay. I mean, it's a whole genius, man. Maybe we got it wrong.
Wait. Did you say he's a whole genius or he's a whole genius? There's a difference. You see what I did there?
I see what you did there.
Talking about keeping it real. Hold up, y'all. Excuse me, pardon me. You got that True Pill merch.
True.
Got that True Pill merchandise. While supplies last.
True to the game. Hey, put me a black one to the side.
Hey.
You see an invoice in there.
You already know. For the folks that didn't know, we got that great True Pill merch. Of course, the pink is sold out. That was the hottest seller. You see the True Pill and the garden growing forth from it. Different colors, gray, white. And then, of course, we have premium unisex tees, V-neck tees. Right now, for the V-neck tees, there's actually only black is left. Premium unisex tees, gray, black, white. Classic unisex tees, gray, black, white. And since it's getting a little brisk, we also had to throw up some long sleeve chumpies for you. Chumpies, that's for the Philly. Some long sleeve Johns. All right. But there you go. True Pill merch. Get it. Back to the lab.
Hurry up and buy.
Hurry up and buy.
Can't do that, bro.
I feel oh yeah.
Buy something.
We're gonna do a video. We're gonna do a video called one of the biggest setups ever done. And we're gonna revisit. And the world is gonna be a better place. And people will revisit history and be like, damn. Remember, everything is on record, y'all. Everything is always on record. All right. But anyway,
Who that bro Clarence in the chat?
Brother Clarence in the chat. Big Brother Clarence, this is a Tuesday night rant session. You're welcome to come up, and we definitely give you the microphone and you can just let us know what the hell just happened to piss you off this week or last week. Anything you want to get off your chest. You get what I'm saying? This is where we have our
Get it
catharsis.
off.
Oh, but everybody, please check out Brother Clarence. Let's talk the better black life. He does his thing. He's consistent with the streaming as well. He gives me a bar in terms of wanting to be as consistent as him with his live streams as well as his engagement. So holla at him, holla at eBlack TV. He got that. He got them lessons for you. He has some secrets for you. Picked up 232 subscribers in a month. Get the message while it's free. Because today's eBlack price is not tomorrow's eBlack price. Just saying.
And once it's up, it's up.
Right. Knowledge and relationships family is in the building as well. Yo, knowledge and relationships family. Yo, they be everywhere, yo. They be
Clarence
everywhere.
Want that link, baby. Bro,
Son.
Clarence want that link, baby.
Yo.
Boys busting up over
knowledge and
there.
relationships be everywhere. Oh, I got the link for you, bro. See, come on now.
Hey, I admire what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Like they, as a unit, they show up different places separately and then meet back in the middle somewhere all together.
Yo, I was at my
mama
house and then M3 pop out the bathroom. Hey, what's going on, mama? This is the knowledge and relationship. I'm like, damn, y'all everywhere. Like, yo, they everywhere.
And the crazy part is, Mom Dukes ain't know he was coming, but she still had a plate ready for him, though.
Yeah, but I tell you the truth, though, I'm still watching knowledge and relationships because remember, y'all only see one person. The other two don't cam up. Here's what my real belief is. I believe that M3 is actually all of them. Okay. On the low, I believe M3 is actually all of them. He's like on some crazy Wizard of Oz type shit, and just letting you know.
M3, tell me how you change your voice to fit Queen, bro. Because that's a whole pitch change right there. How you hold that?
There's special pants you wear for that.
Space modulator.
Uh-oh. Let's bring the OG up. Brother Clarence, what's going on, my bro? How are you, man?
I'm doing great, man. How y'all doing, man?
Blessed, man.
Hey, what's going on, my brother?
Man, you talking about me being consistent. You guys are the consistent ones, man. I mean, all the time, man. Peace to Hunter Watts. Peace to Vic. Peace to the chef. Man, what's going on with y'all, man?
Relaxing. Tuesday night is the rant session. Even though we call it a rant session, it's time to just get different stuff off our chest, or sometimes just laugh at other people ranting, or just bringing up different things that might piss us off. This is, I guess, technically this would be called trauma bonding.
I know, man. There's so many colloquialisms out here, man. What do I use and what time do I use it, right?
Right. You know what?
Hey,
that's what. Look, this might have to change it to Trauma Bonding Tuesdays. The Tuesday Trauma Bond.
TBT.
Listen, man. See the way things come through.
Hey, that shit works, Chef. That shit might work, though.
I saw some. I was going through, man, and I saw some of my peoples in the chat, man. And I'm talking about my ride or dies, and I said, man, if they here, then let me stop in and just talk to them. But then y'all asked me to come, so I come up, man. But anyway, I got a question for y'all, man. I just did a video today, and y'all some thinking brothers, very intelligent brothers. So I got a question for y'all, and I want to see if it's gonna be like I think it's gonna be. My question is, what is a high value man really? What is a high value man really? Is it about the money? Is it about the toys? Is it about the women? What is a high value man really?
He's an MVP
We say Vic.
of his team. He's the MVP of his team.
Okay, what does that mean exactly, Vic?
Whatever team, whatever network you building, and that may include your lady amongst your children if you have them. But on your team, you the go-to guy. In my book, you know what I mean? So it wouldn't really matter the dollar figure necessarily. It just matter, do you have the ability to get shit done and make shit happen to the point where people depend on you? Are you the leader? Are you a crutch? What are you? You know what I mean? And if you can hold up that network, if that network would fail without your presence, then you a high value. You a weight bearing wall. Everything else is subjective.
Sound good. What
I
do you
think
think?
I think it has to do with balance, right? Because when you look at the different parts of being a man, when it comes to the finances, when it comes to the family, when it comes to the character, you have to have a balance in all three of them, because you can't, you can have all the money in your bank account, but you don't kick it with your kids, right? You can spend all the time in the world with your kids, but you can't put a new tire on your car when it goes flat, right? You can have all the money in the world and you can spend the time with your kids, but you an asshole to people when you walk out the house. You know what I'm saying? So I think those three parts right there, you have to have a balance to provide some kind of value. Because like Vic said, because I mean, you don't necessarily have to be the CEO of a company in order to be able to affect somebody else's life in a positive manner. You feel me? Like you can be a general manager somewhere and be making decent money. You spend time with your kids and you're still helping develop people around you. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, there's plenty of people in the military that I can think of that are high value men because they understand, they have financial literacy, right? They spend time with their children and then they volunteer in the community to help coach or mentor a boys and girls club or whatever like that. So I think it's a balance of those three characteristics right there.
Chef, you ain't gonna get away, brother.
Oh no. There ain't no getaway. Ain't no getaway. So I'm gonna put something on there to kind of bring to light how I feel, right? It's not my own quote. It's Albert Einstein quote. Try not to become a man of success, rather try to become a man of value, right? So now, as I look in terms of a man of value, I believe that a man of value is not just a man that, earns a certain position. I don't believe that. I believe that a man of value is they're of value to their own existence and, of course, value to the existence of others, right? So it's not about me. It's not about me achieving a certain thing. It could be about me achieving a certain thing if my level of achievement is something that it would spark achievement in others and cause others to want to achieve higher. That's to me where it goes. Different people have different versions of what they think value is or what you bring, right? So there's a guy named Matt Abraxas. I just want to read something that he said that means a lot to me. It says, forget the notion of being a martyr in order to be of value. Isn't it possible that in order to be of the highest value to people you care about, it requires that you are wealthy, healthy, and really, really happy? I don't know. How valuable are you if you're miserable? Don't worry that being of value will require you to sign your life away to handing out blankets to the homeless. Just let your passion guide you, even if you're uncertain what it is. Go about your life like a downstream easeful and play with the turns and currents. See what happens when you make choices that are meant to serve your highest values, not just a temporary want. Imagine yourself choosing behaviors that serve your ultimate happiness. And finally, don't worry about what? Success. It'll come if it's in line with your passion. Consider only how your passion is of service, is of value. whether just to you or to the whole world, and all that you most want will fall into place in perfect time.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
so when I say that, or when I read that, and what it means to me, all of those things. That's why there was a show that I had done, that we had done on Knowledge and Relationships, where I said that even if I fall into the line of the criteria that KS says, I don't consider myself a high value man because I'm still a growing man. I'm still a work in progress. I'm still not at that place where I want to be within my humanity. You get what I'm saying? So, in terms of that whole conversation, when I look at it in terms of me, chewing the meat and spitting out the bone, I'm thinking he's talking about according to what the modern women consider a high value man.
My next question. Okay.
Yeah, talk to me.
Okay, so my next question is, since we have a brother like KS out there that's pushing a particular definition, which is basically his own, contrived definition of what a high value man is, are we stressing out as men trying to meet that definition in order to say to ourselves, I'm valuable to be with the woman? Like, what is the end goal of becoming this high value man according to the KS definition? Is it to get the women? Is it to be respected by other people? Is to get there? Do we need their validation? Because in one of the definitions is you got to be known by a certain group of men, other groups of men, right? Do I need that so that I can have a good life? Can I, or can I? Is that something in addition to what I'm already living? In other words, do I need to be liked by all of these different people? You know what I mean? So what's the end goal of being a high value man? What is it? Is it subjective to the person, or because the problem that we having is women are taking in this high value definition, and so now that's their standard for us. That's their standard for us. And if you don't meet one of these requirements, you not a high value man.
I think.
Bro, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Let me ask you a quick question,
sir.
Based on the definition that I gave just a moment ago of what I considered a high value man to be, would you tend to agree, or for your own personal standing?
Yeah, I would agree with you on 100 watts and chef. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I believe that a man whose high value is able to manipulate his environment in a way that would best benefit the people around him, no matter the environment. So if you're that kind of man, in order to do those things, generally you would have to be in some type of a network of other men with similar attributes.
Maybe.
Other high level thinkers and movers and shakers. That's how these brothers magically found each other. So I don't think it's something that is so far fetched as if you would have to strive to do it. It's just that those other men would recognize you as, I think that's the word he used, other high value men recognize you as a high value man. It's not just something you can just make up. I think that's the reason being, is because if you truly a high value man, those other men will naturally show you a mutual set of respect for attaining such a feat.
Agreed.
Without breast.
Well, let me ask you a question, Vic.
Mm-hmm.
I inherit, I don't know, $30 million. Every year I give some of that money away on my own. I have no network. I just give this money away to different charities that I like. I don't have a network. Am I a high value man?
Can you ask
So
that
the
again?
only yeah
I'm sorry. I was struggle streaming.
the,
Can you ask that again?
yeah
Okay, brother. Uh, I inherited $30 million or whatever $1 million you want to put on it, some high figure amount of money. Every year, I give some of this money away in scholarships, food networks. I do a lot of good in the community, but I don't have a network of people that do this for me. I do this on my own. I write these checks on my own and I just send them out. I don't have a network. Am I a high value man?
you're a philanthropist.
Right?
If you just giving money away, that's great, and they got a word for that. That's philanthropist. But a high value, it's certain intangibles that you just can't buy with money. So money cannot be the only criteria,
Okay. Let's switch
whether
it
you
up.
give it away or you just show it off.
Okay, let's switch it up. I'm a regular brother. I'm making about 50 grand a year. 50 grand a year, but like what Hunter White said, I volunteer. I volunteer in the community, right? I take my children with me, and I'm not just volunteering by myself. We're volunteering in the community, trying to change different lives of different young kids out there. I don't have no network. I just do this on my own. I know that's still philanthropy, but am I a high value man? Wow, I'm gonna say that's
I
a
think
big good
anybody
question.
can.
Nighthawks popped up.
So
I'm gonna say yes for the fact that the example you gave about giving the money. You can donate money and be a ghost donor, right? You can just write the check, send it
Right.
off, and you never see anybody. You can never touch anyone, right? But when you're physically out, because you say you don't have a network, right? But you
No.
never know the effect. You never know the effect that you're having on the people when you're doing stuff like this. I remember coaching youth football, and
Right.
all I was doing was just having the kids at practice. But the mothers would come up to me and, hey, I appreciate the time you spent with my son. Hey, my son has been having this problem in school. Do you mind talking to him about it? Like physically being there, you're building a network just by showing your face, just by being consistent, just by putting in the effort. So you're building a network whether you intend to or not. So I think that's definitely more valuable than just sending money, because there are plenty. I mean, we can throw another analogy out there. There are plenty parents that send money to their children, but they don't talk to them on the phone. They don't take them to the park. They don't take them to go get ice cream and stuff like that. So that volunteering, that physical presence is more valuable than any amount of money that you can send, in my opinion.
Sure.
yeah, I definitely agree. But I'm always the dude that gets a little literal with it, right? So he didn't actually coin that term, Kevin Samuels didn't actually coin that term. It was a motivational life coach named Joshua Sigafus, right? And he coined the term. And what he did was he kind of brought it to, it was more of a motivational aspect, I should say, rather than the way it's being used, right? So what's funny is he called it alpha mentality. And it was called 23 Traits of a High Value Man. Learn how to become one, right? That sounds real clickbaity. He said, a high value man embraces his natural masculine role in the world, chooses to seek self-improvement of the mind, body, and spirit on a daily basis, and commits himself to creating a lasting, permanent legacy of greatness in the world around him. He's a man who chooses first and foremost to pursue a greater purpose in life and to make life better and more successful for not just himself, but also for his tribe. So in terms of the whole essence of what he brought to the table, or where it comes from, I think it was rooted more initially in giving men a sense of purpose. But here's one thing, Brother Clarence, that I learned, even being a corporate trainer. I could talk about how I want people to feel, but everybody don't work like that. Sometimes some people need black and white, and some of them be like, "Yeah, boss, I got all of that feeling stuff, yo. I get you. I know you want me to think, man. Please, just tell me what to do. You know, I ain't like that. Just tell me what to do, right?" So, what I believe is that instead of giving men the spirit of trying to do something, you have to give what's called measurable action items. Measurable action items. Something I can measure. You know, like I want to get ripped up. I want to have a sexy body and be ripped naked on the beach. You're gonna be like, well, you got to work out. I'm gonna be like, damn it. But the better way is you tell me, all right, son, I want you to do 50 push-ups in the morning, 50 push-ups in the afternoon, 50 push-ups at night, all right? And then also do 50 sit-ups and crunches with each one of them, all right? And do that every day for the next 50 days. That's a measurable, actionable item. So I don't really believe the 23 traits of a high-value man and all of that. I believe that it actually is giving folks some sort of tangible thing that they can do. Do I agree with it? No, because what happens is we're assigning what we consider value by assigning a specific measurable actionable item. It's going to leave out people just being good people. You know, there's assholes that get doctorate degrees and PhDs and bachelor's degrees and master's degrees, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because those are things that had a criteria that was required. So anybody could do it. Everybody couldn't become a Shaolin Buddhist monk. Everybody couldn't become a priest. Everybody couldn't become, you get what I'm saying? There's certain things. Everybody can't be a Navy SEAL, you know? You can't fake that criteria. So what happens is there's going to be certain things that are put out there for people that are more simple, something they could try to do. But I don't believe that it's a real ethos.
All right. Well, that was, see, the reason why I asked the question, fellas, and I'm gonna get out of here because I know you guys got things to talk
good.
about. But the reason why I asked,
no, don't run now, brother Clarence.
It's funny.
Oh man, thanks, big, appreciate you, man. You know what? I asked a question because it's my opinion, and this is me looking out there in the atmosphere that more women are accepting these hard definitions of what a high value man is. I mean, it used to be like we had a softer definition, and it was kind of more subjective to each person. But I noticed that a lot, especially online, a lot of women are having accepting these hard definitions. And if you don't meet these hard definitions, you are dusty. You're just a dusty if you don't meet one of these requirements, man. You know what I mean? So I'm saying,
can you explain to me what that means, brother Clarence?
Huh? What say, Vic?
What is a dusty? I don't know what that means.
I'm gonna use the commonly held connotation of that denotation of it is basically a broke dude that don't have resources, is unable to have resources, lacking the desire or drive or incentive to go out and change his current existence. That's the way it has been portrayed. That word has been portrayed, and with a specialty as far as referring to black men in particular, right?
So that's like a scrub.
You only see black men. You only see black women calling black men dusties. You don't see white women calling white men dusties. You don't see Asian women calling Asian men dusties. Only black. That's something exclusive for black women calling us dusties, right?
Okay, that's okay.
So that's what I'm saying. So I'm asking this question because I'm probably gonna do another video about this, and I'm trying to get you guys opinions about. Do you think that having those hard definitions and getting so many women to accept those hard definitions is having an effect on those of us that's trying to make the transition to that place where we have total control over the situation around us? You guys think that's a good or a positive or negative effect on, the brothers that's just out there trying to make it happen? Are they getting rejected more, or you know what I mean? What's going on out there?
I honestly, whenever I hear, especially when it comes to high value men, and maybe this is just my personal perspective, but when I hear that, I'm not even thinking about a woman. I'm not thinking about her at all. I'm thinking about the young dudes that are trying to just find a baseline of where they're supposed to be at, right? Because like Chef said, like everybody can't be high value. There are plenty of men that are perfectly fine with just getting they bus driver job, being on salary, living their life like that. You know what I'm saying? There are plenty of men that just, they want to become a firefighter. They want to just live their life like that. There are plenty of men that want that. And then there are other men that strive for more. There are other men that want to be bigger. There are other men that want to have more in their life, whether it be financial, spiritual, like whatever the case may be. There are men that want more. So I just think that whenever I hear high value man, it's giving I'm hopeful that it's giving someone an idea of what to strive for. Now, if you're stuck on this exact definition, if you're stuck on the fact that I have to make 250,000 in order to be a high value, if you're stuck on that specific, point, then I think you're taking it a little too extreme. I just think that a lot of men just need something, some kind of base to be able to build off of in order to build their specific home. Because every home has a foundation, but once it gets all the way up to the roof, it's gonna look however you designed it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it.
Got you, brother.
Yeah, I can see that. It depends on the women. It depends on the women. I keep on wanting to call you Uncle Clarence, right? I be forgetting because you do remind me of one of my uncles, Brother Clarence, right? But you know what? Instead of me, listen,
Man,
I'm gonna let
me, man.
I'm gonna let your niece talk to you, all right? Your niece Clarita.
Okay.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but respectfully, black people are not a monolith. If I want to speak the King's English and listen to Led Zeppelin, then that's my fucking business. I don't have to walk around in some parody or caricature of blackness just to make you feel comfortable.
So,
word to mommy.
So, it's just something about the conversation I had that sitting there. It was something that it's kind of something that kind of bucks the whole red pill essence or ethos, where she's saying we ain't all the same. We ain't all the same, and she rages against it. And I do believe that all women aren't the same. I do, like I said, I chew the meat and spit out the bone, but I'm smart enough to be able to admit that, there's some meat on that bone there that they talking about. There's a little meat on that bone. The other stuff that's mixed in with it, is throwing the game off, right? But I believe that there is some meat on that bone that we do have to address. And I feel like some folks are using the more negative or sensationalized aspects of things that were said in order to ignore the complete message.
Okay.
In order to ignore the complete message, I sincerely believe that some folks what they're doing is they're ignoring some of the truth. I was going to do something special for y'all too. I might end up having to do it. I was going to actually premiere something that I didn't upload yet because it holds a lot of sway in terms of this specific conversation. You know what I'm saying? It holds a hell of a lot of sway. For one, I'm not a KS supporter I've never given the man a penny. You know, I've listened to the show. I see what it is. I understand what it is. I chew the meat, spit out the bone. But for some weird reason, it seems that if you speak positive about somebody's message, you know, you get a little pushback. And it, you know, and you're made to look like something else, right? So I'm gonna share something with you real quick. This is a quick little premiere. It ain't released yet. Oh Lord.
Is you rapping, Chef?
Right, a little cooking, no rapping though.
Whoa, buddy.
I agree.
Hey, drop the mic. Drop the mic.
I agree. He's a piece of shit too.
But he came back. Somebody fetch me my apron. I feel good. But when I get at like number 3, we have already experienced that when the messenger and the message did not add up. And now we're Derek Jackson.
Yes.
All right.
Come on now, brother. Come on, brother.
But,
Come on, brother.
But look
Come on
what
around the
happened,
bed.
though.
There we go.
Look what happened, though, right?
I agree.
Hey, I have a drop the mic. Well, I thought that was my struggle.
Chef, you got to get spectrum.
Drop the mic.
I agree. He's a piece of shit too.
But he came back. But he's back.
A piece of shit too.
But
he didn't come back for me. He came back for them, not for me.
And
he's still a piece of shit.
Who came bouncing back like mystical? You can't keep bouncing back. He came bouncing right back.
Y'all can't give him back to everybody. He came back for them, not for us.
No, but the women, he never cared for no men.
Sir,
Derek
he
Jackson was
came
for the
back.
women.
He came back for people that didn't cancel his ass in the first place.
But the women accepted him back when they found out that he had
Hold on, brothers. Hold on, brothers. Hold on. I gotta show respect to the OG.
This is not a long video, but yeah. you see, we walked into the lion's den. We popped into the lion's den, son. Oh Lord.
Oh man.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, go ahead, Chef. No. We'll circle it around because I was talking too much, and OG ain't going nowhere. Go ahead, Chef. Drop your jewels.
Nah, man. Nah, I'm gonna keep my jewels. Pause.
Okay.
I need them. But look, straight up, I don't know, man. Rico, I would say this to you. You're denouncing aspects of the message that you don't like and using discrediting to do it. It's not about discrediting the person. Just like you, just like me, just like any one of these people in the panel and in the chat, we are not infallible, which means that we all have the ability to make mistakes, you know, and we're not 100%. So you can't discredit him for the things you don't like about him, yet give his word credence for the other things. If you're going to discredit everything, then you discredit everything. But then if you discredit the things that you actually truly believe that he says, then you're discrediting yourself based on a bias towards another person, which means that you're creating a natural cognitive dissonance within your own mind and your own heart because you truly dislike a person so much that you will even reject the same thoughts that you share based on your disdain for this person and who you think they are. What do you think about that?
I ain't got nothing to say. That was Chef.
No, there's some roles to it.
Someone fetch me my
Yeah, he
Petty.
Yeah, he did. Oh damn, man! Somebody call Uncle Rico and tell him they talk about it. Okay.
I know, man. When he see that, man, he gonna get you, Chef. He gonna get you, man.
Okay.
What about Vic, man?
Okay, so you said basically, is this because they made this premise or this guideline of what a high value man is, that now women's expectations are set to a standard that the average brother can't reach? Is that what you're getting at?
Basically, yeah. Is it affecting the dating market negatively or positively?
Okay, two things. One, I feel like if those women are hunting for that and that is truly the reason why you're being disqualified, then you was already shopping out of your class anyway. And a lot of times it's not about race or colorism, it's about class. And people feel like because you from this side of the track, or you live this kind of lifestyle, or you work this kind of job, you fit more into my lifestyle profile. And people are pairing off according to either the lifestyle they want to live or the lifestyle that they're accustomed to living. And if you don't meet up to what other people's expectations are, it would be more on you if you feeling inadequate, because I don't know what the stats are. People keep going back and forth about whether there's more men or women, but I'm telling you, there's no shortage of women.
Right.
And if you are a high value man, with or without the money, these people will gravitate to you, including women, and you ain't got to hunt for them or look for them. So I feel like if you one of those men, that shouldn't even be your fight. You know what I'm saying? But if you not, you are striving to attain that, understand that I don't care what criteria you line up with. If you don't got that it factor, they still not coming.
Agreed.
In life, I think there's a yin and yang too. You know, I mean, we know about the yin and yang in life, the positive that comes from the negative, you know, and how they intertwine. If there's anything positive that could come from that almost scarcity type level mindset, is that more people would potentially try to strive better beyond their purpose, because purpose is something that's been spoken about a lot, you know. And you know, what's the negative thing that happens, or the positive thing that comes from a kid whose pops drove him to do something that he didn't want? Normally that kid ended up becoming pretty damn good at it. You know, it happens like that. So there's always some positive that could come from it. But in terms of the impacts now, I believe that as far as the dating marketplace goes, all of these conversations, what they're doing is bringing a level of reality to some of the women that's out there. There's certain, sometimes people will say stuff, but remember, there's no measurable, actionable items, you know? And so, you know, okay, how many kids do you want to have? You know, do you want to, you know, does it matter if your husband is black or white? Okay. No, it doesn't matter. Okay. How many kids do you want to have? Four. Okay. Where do you want to live? Okay. In this state. All right. So we understand, you know, the cost of living and stuff. All right. And do you want to work to pay significant bills? You know, these are not even the super personal weight, dress size and all of that. You want to work to pay significant bills? No. When they say I can, he said, do you want to have to? No. Okay, cool. So at this point, this potentially, depending on what your answers are, this is going to pretty much be what you need, you know? And then the question he asks is, do you understand what percentage of men make that money? You know, and then once he says, if it matters black, okay, that drops you down another 4 percentage points, you know, in terms of availability.
Mm-hmm.
So outside of the actual high value man description or criteria he's given, I like the fact that there's some actual real numbers that are given. And he's like, yo, you live in West Aardvark, Kentucky. I just made that up. But you live in West Aardvark, Kentucky. And you're trying to shoot for the highest earning 6% of all black men in this whole country. You get what I'm saying? So there's a dose of reality that I think comes, you know, that's definitely necessary too. But the ones that's going to be negatively impacted, those may well be the ones that would be saying that they couldn't respect a man who makes 50 grand.
Well, do you think, okay, well, first of all, let me tell y'all, man, you guys are young guys. So, I mean, Kevin Samuels, what he's saying, most of what he's saying, I mean, Tom Lockers was saying this stuff 21 years ago. He was saying it back 20 years ago.
Right.
So he didn't just come up with all of this stuff. I mean, Tom Lockers was saying that stuff way back in the day. So, but the next thing is, do you think that women that think that way, see the ones that think that way, automatically discount dudes that's not making $100,000 a year, right? And then they have to come to that realization, like you said, maybe their stock isn't as high on the open market as they thought. But that process might take about 10 years for them. Meanwhile, quote unquote sexual market value is slipping, right? As they get older. Then they come to the conclusion at some point, hey, as long as the guy is a decent guy and we can have a decent life, it's not bad, right? Being loved by a good man is more valuable than being loved by a bad man with a bunch of money. Or do they even come to that conclusion? Or which one is better? Which one do y'all think? Which one is better? Being loved by a good man that you can have a decent life. I'm not saying you living in a cracker box, but the man give you a decent life. You got a car that's running, and you got your babies are got their stomach full, and everybody sleeps in a warm bed. And you live in a clean house, nice neighborhood. Or would you want to live in a mansion with a bad man, but you live in the mansion and you got the Rolls Royce buggy and the Maserati in the yard. Which one is better as a woman?
And I think that's what ends up happening a lot of times. It's like you have this idea of what you want, but you don't really know what comes with it.
What
right?
what kind of man you want?
Yeah, like sometimes you have this idea of what you want, and then when you finally get it, I think I honestly think that's a human thing, right? Sometimes we want certain things in our life, and we don't really know what it comes with until you get there. You know what I'm saying? There are some people that probably do want to be a doctor, but they don't realize how many hours you got to put in to get to that place. You see what I'm saying? Then when you finally get there, you be like, man, this is killing me, man. I can't handle these 13 and 14-hour shifts, man. You talking about you need me to work a 24-hour shift? I can't do this, man. I need a lead. And that's how you have these high value men that end up divorced 2, 3, 4 times. You know what I'm saying? Because just because you got a mansion and a nice car, because you got all this money, don't mean that you are high value. You feel me? That's why I said it goes back to that balance thing. You feel me? So it's just a matter of understanding what you're looking for. So like you were talking about, like sometimes you just have to come to that realization that what I'm looking for and what I can get access to are sometimes 2 different things, you know? So it's better to come to that realization early rather than late. You know, if you're in your 20s and you realize, all right, cool, that's not necessarily what I need in my life, so you can adjust your plan. But you know, sometimes these women, they get into their 30s or their 40s, and it's like, oh man, that didn't work. Now I have to settle for this man that's working that's making $50,000 a year. And the problem with that is, I think sometimes in that situation, you sort of resent the man that you end up with, because for so long you were thinking of, I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna live this way and I'm gonna live all that. You know, I look, man, I just think that's a personal thing. Like, if you have these expectations of being able to get something amazing and you don't really know what comes with it, that's your fault when you get to it and you're unhappy. It's your fault when you get there, because you never open your mind to understand what is actually required getting into these certain spaces.
Yeah, but you didn't answer the question, honey. Watching it, you didn't answer the question, brother. Which one is better?
Oh, which one is
better? If you were thinking as a woman, which one would be better to accomplish your goal early of getting this high value rich man, or coming into the fray later and getting the man that really loves you, but he got him later in the game? Which one would be better? But the rich man's not a good guy, and the guy that's not rich is a great guy.
In my personal opinion, I'm gonna say the latter is gonna be better, because if you find somebody that you know, y'all can have a nice relationship and everything like that, it's possible that, you know, y'all can end up building something that would put you into a different position. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily see it. I don't see the probability of someone who's already in a high position changing their character to fit the good man that you were speaking to, you know, being the second option. You know, I don't, the probability of a high value man turning into something else, I think, is lower than a man who is a good man to take care of his family becoming a more financially stable individual.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Nighthawks.
I'm struggling streaming, brothers. I'm struggling streaming. Shout out to Fortnite next door. Okay, think I had to enact that bedtime a little early, but
hey Vic, go next door, knock on the door. Go to bed. All of y'all go to bed.
Okay. Trying to tell you now.
Right.
So,
they gonna scream back. They gonna say, "You a Nighthawk? You ain't evening hawks. You'll never start this early."
We up, okay.
Supper hawks.
So look, I was thinking before you even presented the question is this, because you kind of asked it in the last question, and is the men that don't qualify to these women in particular who are using this scale would still be better off, even if these women are the women that they're shooting for. Because I think Chef addressed it, basically saying that even if you came up short, it would still leave you in a better position than you may have been otherwise if you weren't shooting for such a lofty goal. But on the other side, because the for every step that man who doesn't qualify by those standards as high value man, for every step he escalates, he increases his dating pool. So maybe he doesn't make it to that top 10% of women, but hell, he can take the top 50. So when you reverse the game,
2 5s will make a 10.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you. Listen, but when you reverse it and you say, what effect would it have on the women? Then that's where it comes back to your scenario, which is them being pushed off and realizing at a later age that maybe even if they qualified, it just ain't enough of these men to go around. So the idea is that, okay, now they're resenting this less than high value man that they settled for. There goes the cheating, there goes the breakup. I mean, that's what we're doing now. So if you say which one is better, I say what love got to do with it. because love comes and it goes, but it's that person that you're partnering with after what you're after, and are they effective at going after that thing? I think you will learn to love that person if y'all can build and achieve goals together in a similar direction. So if that's the rich man that you learn to love, you know what I'm saying, then fine. But don't just go run and jump in Joe the plumber lap, you know what I'm saying, thinking that he's gonna take you to the promised land unless you're okay with just being right where you at.
I got you.
You know
And it's
what I'm
funny. That was dope, yo. Well, it's dope. Then, you know, the thing is, you were talking about which situation is better. So in order for me to have somebody to answer that question, who better than the answer on which is better than Mr. Best in the world? You see what I did there?
What's going on, family? What is up?
You know.
Up? Oh man, I love y'all for real, man. Like for real.
What's going on, fam?
What's going on? It's like about 20 different streams going on right now. I said I know I'm gonna end up on the Nighthawks slash. I knew that for a fact. I knew I'm gonna end up on here for a fact. So I said, let me get my little greetings and salutations, as OG Patrice likes to say. Shout out to OG Patrice, gave my greetings and salutations. Yes. And I dipped and I said, yo, let me come to the Hawks, because that's y'all, you know I'm gonna be around here. You already know that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bro Clarence was good. Just Vic was good. Watch, what up? You know what I mean? Chef, what's going on? Let's talk. What up?
What it
up?
do? We the supper Hawks tonight.
Yeah, I see.
Right. So yeah, man, we were just, we were talking. There was Brother Clarence had some questions about, what we thought about the whole idea behind high value man. Tonight is the rant. We're gonna be covering different clips, but one of the things was behind the whole high value man conversation. So, and he wanted to know what we considered high value men, and then one of the questions that he stated was, it was a question. He stated that if we happen to be a woman or a modern woman, and we had an opportunity to either one, get somebody that was in high value man status at this point, and the person was not a good person, was not a good and righteous, or I guess morally centered person, or get what somebody would call struggle love, but be extremely happy and be the best person that they could have. If you were a woman.
Ooh, man. If I may, can I just speak for that overall? I'm gonna speak to the woman first, because I know that's your question. I want to speak for it overall too.
Oh, that's Brother Clarence.
Oh, go ahead, bro, Clarence. I'm sorry.
Yeah. He poured the poison. You just drink up. Drink up.
I mean, I'm rocking. Let's get it.
Go ahead. It's on you.
Oh, so me. Perfect. Okay. I would say, as far as a woman, I mean, I think, yeah, because for me, just knowing women, they want to be with somebody that gives them support, that gives them, that's a man is going to be a man. They like when a man is being a man in a positive way, and positive masculinity, because there's toxic masculinity, of course. But when they see a man being a man, he's doing what he got to do, and he's taking care of himself, he's taking care of the house. Oh, they love it. They love that. They eat it up. You know what I'm saying? Now, if that person is morally a wrong person, sometimes they'll try to work it out, or they deceive themselves and say, oh, homeboy will get better, but he ain't getting no better. He's going to be who he is. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, especially if there's kids that get added into the situation, oh, yeah, they're going to really try to maybe stick that thing out and try to make it work. You know what I mean? I would say overall, just my perspective from me seeing relationships, if somebody is morally wrong and you're just doing things to, hurt you, or not maybe even directly hurt you, but hurt those around you, or sabotage your friendships or your family members, those are people you got to really stay away from, man, because they're really toxic and it can really lead to you and then into some bad situations. You know what I mean? So With that being said, I think it's really best, as I always say, watch who you lay with, watch who you stay with. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You got to definitely keep that in mind because, man, that person that you bring into your environment, you know what I mean? They can be adding value to your life as far as maybe economics, resources, maybe even sex somewhat, right? That may come apart, you know, maybe the sex is good, but if they are morally doing everything else that's not right, you know, I mean, how could you really live with that? You have to really be a selfish person to really do that. And then you really don't care about the people around you, honestly. You just care about getting something from them. So that really kind of just shows your character. So
Well, thank you, brother. But kind of didn't answer the question, Mr. B. Which one would be better?
He said you got your dancing shoes on.
Okay, which one would be better? Like, just like, are you saying just like a regular high value man, or are you just saying like a regular guy, or a high value man that has like no morals, basically?
Yeah, let me lay it out for you, brother. As a woman, you have the choice between a high value man, but he is not a good person. When I say good, let me define that. Good meaning that you can't. Well, most high value men don't spend a lot of time at home. That's why they make all that money. They out working 60, 70 hours a week. They flying all over the country. They're not going to be home a lot. But on top of that, the brother just has really a bad attitude as far as commingling. So he's got a really bad attitude, and it's really tough to be in his presence. As opposed to your $50,000 or $75,000 man. I ain't saying you living in a cracker box or nothing, but the man let's say make $70,000 a year. He take care of the bills, he take care of the house, but you live in a modest neighborhood. It's cool. You got a car that runs, but he really, really care about you. He really love you. I mean, he really take his time to see, to try to meet your needs, because he's really down with you. So, which one would be better for a woman, if in your opinion, which one would be better?
Oh, the second scenario, definitely, because you got somebody that's actually going to really be in there for you, and they actually really care about you, and they really are down for you. You know what I mean? Like that's a no brainer. I mean, because if a person is not really down for you, and they're not a good person, and they're doing things to hurt others and hurt the people around them, it's gonna eventually turn on you. Like that's gonna reflect on you. So to me, the second scenario is way better because you don't have to worry about any of that. That person really loves you. They're really taking care of you. You living modestly. You know what I mean? And at times you don't. You never know if maybe you may be the one that blow up, if he's not even the one that blows up, right? Because to me, I think the goal is like just for one of us to blow, right? Like we in a relationship, we really care about each other. If one of us blow, we all good. You know what I mean? Especially if we are married, like, because that means we're one. You know what I mean? It's no longer boyfriend and girlfriend. We're one because we talking about to me, it's a marriage scenario. That's what's in my mind. You know what I mean? So if I'm married to this person and they're really loyal, and we're living modestly, I'm cool with that, man. We ain't gotta have everything. You know what I mean? Because I know they got my back. So we good.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, Mr. B.
Definitely. I wasn't trying to dance. I was just trying to clarify my statement.
It's easy to do that because it's a convoluted question. It's actually got 3 or 4 different things going on in that question. So I always got to bring everybody back. But yeah, man, thank you. Appreciate that, Mr. B.
Oh no, definitely. I'm here to talk. Let's get it.
Well, Chef, did you answer? I think Hunter Watts answered, right? He went first, right? Then Vic.
Yeah. Oh, I answered.
Yeah,
I said that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I answered. I said that I would have to go for the happiness side. I mean,
okay. Let me ask y'all another question. Then I'm out. I'm out. And let y'all youngsters have it.
Don't. Go ahead with it.
Last question. As a woman, see, I look at it from the woman's side a lot of times. See what
he got a panel full of men and said, as a woman.
As a woman would think, what our opinion of what a woman would think, right? So, in that same scenario, which man would probably replace the wife?
Andrea, where you at?
Which in this
You
scenario,
gotta say that. You
which
gotta say that again, bro, Clarence.
okay, in the scenario where you could either marry the rich man who is not exactly treating you apropos, or you can marry the man that he ain't broke, but I mean he ain't making $150,000 a year. You living in a nice house and everything, but like the man really cares about you, right?
Okay.
Which scenario offers more security for the woman? Being with the rich man and divorcing him and taking half of his possessions, or being with the other man and probably most likely not divorcing him and staying with him and living a modest lifestyle. And you could hit the lotto, right? He could buy win a lotto ticket. You could buy a winning lotto ticket. You guys should start a business. So the option of the potential for making living a better lifestyle is always there, because you guys talk about things together and everything. Which one, like I said, which one offers the most security?
For me, I would say if I was a lady, yeah. For me, I would say it would depend on what the currency of security would be talking about. One, if it's financial security, naturally, being left by the the rich guy would create some level of financial security because of no fault divorce laws, right, and separation of marital property. But now that's financial. But in terms of the other one, where there's actually true happiness and the other person's a good person, that would provide more marital security. The other one is security that, okay, well, if things fail, at least I'm leaving with a few mil. With this one, then you may actually have real security that this thing won't fail at all. So I would go with the marital security part.
Basically, the financial aspect.
I'm thinking about it like, so the gentleman in the first situation, I'm thinking the probability of him having her sign a prenup is probably high, versus being with the second gentleman, and he's probably not going to have her sign a prenup, so he's going to very possibly try and work a lot harder to keep her, so that way he doesn't lose. Because you said 70,000, what he making half of that? Oof, that's you down bad. You lose half of 70. You feel me? So
right.
I think the security is probably going to come more from the second scenario than the first, based on that aspect.
Thank you, Hunter Watts. Thank you, Chef.
Go ahead, Mr. Best. Put it like this. It goes back to what Chef is saying. How you define security. So let's just say that either one. I mean, because if like you say, if you're speaking of financial security, you've already stated that. Well, that doesn't guarantee. Just because a man has it, don't mean he's gonna give it to you. So then you gotta take it, and that ain't really security. But the bottom line is that I feel like the overall security, which falls under protection, if you're dealing with somebody who genuinely cares about you and your well-being, no matter their financial status, you're gonna be more secure overall if that person can at the very least sustain the household financially. So as long as with $50,000 a year, you can do that. So you might not live in the house you want to live in, but he can keep a roof over your head. He can keep food in your stomach, and if he got your best interest in mind, he'll probably, take some damage for you. I don't know if he's gonna die for you, but he'll definitely stand in the way. So I think that if you want to say security, because a man provides more than just his finances, you know what I mean? Emotional security, all of those things. So if you got a quality man who actually cares about you, I think that would be the better option if you're just speaking for security in general.
May I hear the question one more time?
The question is, if you thinking as a woman, which would make you more secure? The fact that you could marry a man with millions of dollars, and if you divorce him, you could take half of that, or he might divorce you, but at least you can get half the money, or you being with a man that doesn't make those millions. He making about 70 grand, and he able to put a roof over your head, put you in a decent car, and but he really cares about you, and the likelihood of him divorcing you is really low.
Second scenario, because it's, I know the likelihood of being divorced is low. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to go through a divorce. That's super painful. Like, super duper painful. Or even thinking about it is super painful. Even if you know that it has to be done.
Yeah.
I've seen friends where they've been like, because I've been in my situation for over a decade, so I've seen friends when they've had to amicably split, and it's actually like a good idea, but man, the turmoil it puts on their life, and if they have kids, it's even worse. Like, it's super hard. It takes them a long time to get over it. And I mean, in a situation where it's like, yo, you should get out. Like, homie, do not be in a situation no more. Like, get up out of here. You know what I mean? Get him up out of here, get her up out of here. Y'all both, like, y'all don't need to be together no more. Like, this is bad. And even then it's tough. So that's why I tell anybody, I was telling a friend of mine, I was like, yo, marriage is not like you ordering a pizza. You know what I mean? Like, you don't treat it that way. Like, this is something that is serious, so you should take it seriously. You know what I mean? And you should take your stuff. You should take your time. Honestly, in my book, and this is just my book, anybody can do what they want. It's a free country. But I feel like, man, you shouldn't even really be thinking about marriage until maybe after a year of y'all really being together. Then you should think about getting married because, like I said, it's a forever thing. You say you want to be with them forever. You're not saying, I want to be with you for another 5 years, none of the 5 months. This is forever. So we say forever, ever. You know what I mean? It's a great outcast.
Forever, ever.
Yeah, we gotta take it seriously. We talking about forever. Man, ain't nothing forever. Not even your career is forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, the net in life that you sign up for as an adult is forever. You know what I mean? Besides your kids and your marriage. You know what I mean? That's it. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So yo, perfect. Remember, this is Tuesday night rant session, right? AKA Trauma Bond Tuesdays, right?
Okay.
Gentlemen, I have to sign off, gentlemen. I gotta run.
Oh man, I wanted to piss you off real quick. All right.
Yeah, you catch me on the next one, brother. I will definitely be back. Appreciate you. Thank you. Shout out to Hunter Watts, Chef, Mr. B, Vic, everybody in the chat. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for playing my little game with me, man.
I know he came through. He made us all think like women, and then now he gonna leave us.
Not even a joke.
Hey man, let me tell y'all about this brother Chef, man. Let me tell y'all about this brother Chef. Man, one day I wasn't even thinking about Chef, man, and Chef came through and gave me a fat super chat. I mean, not super chat. What was that? Cash App. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. I've been trying to catch up to you to tell you I thank you for that, man. I appreciate you for that, man. When my phone comes back, my phone is down right now, but when it comes back, trust me, brother, I'll meet you on the same freeway. So appreciate you for that, man. Appreciate you that, man. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later, man.
Hold it down.
Right. Clarence.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Brother Clarence, he dropped in and there wasn't no beef going on. He didn't have to, moderate any beef. That was dope. So now, I don't know what I should do first, man. If we, you know what the hell? We was already here. We finna talk.
You may just like the way a man is when he's
Guys, let me say, I've been going like a fish. I've been going Okay, now there's one important thing that we're all highlighting here. In a relationship, we've made up scenarios that we don't know to be true. Now, respect is key in a relationship. If he's okay, because at the same time, I've been out with people that earn more than me and they won't come and say, I'm paying for it. If the girl
I want to give y'all some backstory to this one here. This particular video, there was a letter that was read. And it was a situation where a man was writing the letter because his wife happened to get a really great job and now she's making 3 times more than him. And he's starting to feel small in terms of the way that she's moving. So we're talking about women and the modern women and everything. So some of the women were kind of espousing the fact that they don't believe that they would be able to respect dude. So that's where we are right now. And of course, it triggered a couple of the fellas.
girl doesn't respect you, it doesn't matter. I don't know how much. I don't know. In a relationship, because what we're talking about is also a situation can change. Things can change. So it might start off me being the breadwinner and then things change. And also, what I find here that's very toxic, and even the girls are saying that, and it hurts.
I can't stand a man who earns less.
You're the one saying it. And this is what.
So y'all just gonna let that bullshit slide?
Oh, good luck, shorty.
What the fuck?
Take one more of them buttons down.
See that? And yeah, you let it slide. Real talk. Let's talk about that though, man. What do you think? Let's talk about that feeling right there.
Yo, the thing they don't understand, like when they be standing on these squares like that, like they don't understand, like dudes is not gonna wife you. Like that's what it's really about. Like I don't know if they have that in their mindset. Like you're not gonna get wifed. Like no dude is putting up with that. Not in his right mind. Like we're not dealing with that. Like you have all these standards and all these things that you want, but you're not even. Oh, it's crazy, man.
Did she say a little bit more after that, or was that just the end of her? I can't respect a man that makes less than me, and that was it.
Nah, he gonna keep going because this only halfway through that.
She said that I can't be with a man that earns less than me.
See, I mean, I'm not necessarily gonna knock her for that point of view, because I mean the idea generally speaking, the idea is for the man to be the provider. You feel me? Like that's generally the idea. So for her to have that in her mind, like she's clearly been taught that. You know what I'm saying? That's been the teachings that she's been receiving. But my pushback against it is for you to say that you can't respect a man for that. That is a problem, because who's to say that I'm making less than you right now, but I'm not up for a promotion within the next 6 months, or I'm just waiting to get through my final year of college in order for me to get this next, you know what I'm saying? So for you to just automatically, I make more than you buy, you know, hey,
your potential can't pay for my Louis bag, but you got
and
to
that's
say.
cool. And that's cool, shorty. I'm not going to be the one to buy the Louis bag for you. I'm going to go ahead and hop now before this get crazy. Please, thank you. You told me everything I need to know right now.
Nah, you ain't seen this hypothetical girl though. She'll make you dump your wallet out, bro, without question.
Yeah, no. Hey, I'm not 19.
You won't even be
bro.
mad, yo.
I'm not 19.
Hey, bro, you ain't never met nobody that want to make you want to dump your wallet out, bro. Just say fuck.
Not since when I was a kid.
I mean, since you've been a grown man.
Hell no, bro. No. Not to dump my wallet for. No, not to dump my wallet for. Like, nah, bro. There are women that I've met that I wouldn't have a problem doing certain things for, but for me to empty I have no problem communicating. I have no problem communicating with a shorty like, yo, like what you're asking for is not in my budget. I'm not about to be out here big boy balling like that. Like that's not my space.
I disagree. If you look at the bottom of the screen, in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, I bet you that want to make you dump your wallet out. What up, Andrea? Let them know what it is.
What's up, fellas? What's going on tonight?
She got
What's
this.
up, mama?
She said that her stuff hit different. She got that wallet emptier. Got the wallet dump. She introduced that wallet dumper move. Tuesdays is the
That
wallet
man a
dumper.
fool.
I can buy my
Friday is
own
the
purses.
soul snatcher.
I can buy my own purses and stuff. Okay.
All right.
But
Did you see the video?
take the game.
I think she's been taught that. I think she's been taught that, but she just. I think that you disvalue a man because if he don't make as much as you. Last time I checked, I thought you want a good man. I'm just asking the question.
So let's take a look. Since you jumped in, thank you for joining. Let's take a look.
Listen. Wait, no. You have to say, what skills do you bring? What skills do you bring?
Yeah, I want to be a housewife. Yeah.
Are you worried about being a housewife? Are you worried about being a housewife?
I'm beautiful. Of course I am.
Are you worried about being a housewife? What skills do you have?
Okay, so let me speak. Let me speak.
No, to be fair, you cut me and you said we shouldn't cut. No, she cut me. So let me finish.
Don't cut me, bro. Cut me, bro.
She cut me.
Yeah, you cut me, bro.
Okay.
Hey, bro.
Yo, son. Yeah, these dudes are wild. The thing is, right. Don't cut him. All right. Oh, these dudes are wild. They're very eccentric characters, I would say. But nonetheless, they are getting triggered. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, honestly, what I'm hearing is bullshit. Now I'll give 100 watts when he was saying about the preference, but as we listen to the depths of where their mindset is, you can kind of see as it starts to devolve. Shorty is cute. She is cute. You know what I mean? What's up? You was about to say something, Vic?
Check this, Tito. If okay, that's what you call hypergamy, right? Isn't that not the definition of that? Not being able to pair with somebody who is earning less than you?
No, so hypergamy is not. It doesn't define any inability. Hypergamy does not define an inability. Hypergamy is just natural. It doesn't even have to do with money. That women naturally want to marry or be with someone that's of some sort of better standing than them. Sometimes women prefer to be with an older guy because he was older, wiser. Some women prefer, they find somebody in a position of power more attractive. If a girl starts working at Mickey D's and then you got, the dude who got a six-pack flipping fries, you know what I mean? But the manager's a little chubby and she likes muscular guys. The thing is, women naturally want to date up. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're not going to date. Anything is just what their desire is. You feel what I'm saying? So hypergamy is not specifically related to marriage or specifically money. It's just of a person. It's an attraction to somebody within a better place. Yeah. So even as simple as in kindergarten, Johnny runs the fastest. Oh, all the 5-year-old girls like Johnny. He runs really fast. You get what I'm saying? Johnny don't got no money.
So
right. Yeah.
So
that's why I say
right?
hypergamy. Mm-hmm.
I'm with you. So think about it, right? Because this goes along with what a lot of the brothers are speaking on. If that's your case, let's just say, take the most extreme example, Oprah, right? So if that is the standard, every woman who would basically reach her financial or lifestyle potential would basically exclude every man that's under her. So the more it's like a double-edged sword. The more prosperous you are, the smaller your dating pool is.
Incorrect, though.
So unless you
not based on what I was saying about hypergamy, though. Remember, I said that hypergamy is not resource related, and that's why I even went back and I said that they want somebody who's in a better, they want the best man available. Pretty much, they want the best man available. They want someone that is somewhat better than them or better than the other men. If she's used to men that don't run fast and she sees Johnny who runs really fast, even if Johnny's poor, he's a kindergartner. So what their currency is less. Their currency is just fun, right? So now when you go and you bring somebody like Oprah, that's different. You bring like freaking richest women in the world, right? Money is not an issue. She's not seeking more of it. She's giving it away. So remember, what you define as their currency, that's not her currency. What kind of man would she want? At this point, she doesn't.
No, see, you making my point. You making my point, Chef. Is because Oprah Winfrey don't need your money. So no, you don't have to get you a bill too to be with Oprah, because money is not her currency in this case, or the thing that she desires most, because that's not where her need is based.
Right, but it doesn't mean she's not hypergamous. That's what I'm saying.
That's not the point. That's not the point I'm making. The point that I'm making is that the money, they're associating it with money,
right?
In the talking points, and I'm saying that a lot of these women in particular, don't matter what you say, what they saying is money. So in this instance, we're talking about this girl. She say, I don't want no nigga making less than me. So she talking about money for sure. And that's basically what Bro Clarence is talking about. So the idea
Modern
of
chicks,
these modern women who want these specific expectations financially and so on, that basically they're literally for every step they make forward, they're pushing themselves into a corner by saying, hey, I don't do this or I don't do that. You know what I mean? They're just like you say, putting themselves into a corner, and they're gonna be left by themselves.
All right. So let's run a little more real quick.
All right, go ahead.
Let me finish. No, Robo. Let me finish. The problem is this. I don't want to look my daughter in the eye and go be a housewife. I want her to be all she can be. If that means she has to earn more than her husband, and at the same time, it doesn't mean anything. We're talking about how we're going to be grown women.
In general, I have no respect for any woman who believes that men need to abide by certain social constructs, because the thing is, we tend to be an independent woman.
By the way, sorry, I know she has a lot of interesting points in this because I've spoken to her outside of this. So let her speak.
Okay, so for me, I've done international politics degree. I've got my degree. I might go back for another degree. But for me, I don't see myself working. I don't see myself getting a 9 to 5. I want to be with a man who's a provider, who will allow me to be a housewife. I want to be a lady of leisure.
Tell me about the birthday thing you told me, please.
See, her narrative is stupid. Her narrative is it's contradictory. It's super contradictory. You're gonna do all of these things to put yourself in this position to do all of these amazing things, but you don't want to use it. I'm gonna go to school for all this time, but I don't want to use none of that education because I want to be a house. What?
She got a degree for political international politics, and she's gonna be going back to get another one.
But
that shit costs money.
I really want to cook. I really want to cook on this one, but let's finish this video because I got a lot to say, man. I got a lot to say.
I got a lot to say too. Oh, this one I showed you.
All right, sis, what's going on, sis? Good to see you.
Because remember, fair use. So I gotta, I gotta stop and we cook, and then stop and then we cook. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
I got a question for the fellas. My bad. Go ahead, Andrea.
My thought process with her. Okay, So why not, if you want to be a housewife, why not start a business while you're at home with the kids? Why not? You could 2 incomes is better than 1 income. That's
that's
my
too much.
You hear what she said?
What?
She doesn't want to work.
Okay, but 2 incomes is better than 1 income. And my thing is this: I remember when I first got married, my ex-husband didn't have his contract license. He was making less money. He got them contract license, and I was pregnant with my number 2. But I was there with him with that struggle, trying to get them licensed, trying to get that money. And I'm like, that's what you do with your husband. That's what my mother did. And my mother was a housewife, but she also had a business being a housewife. She had a daycare business. So I just don't understand. 2 incomes is better than 1 income. And if you got multiple children, because she want to have multiple children, she just gonna sit around and be living life in luxury. How if a man gonna pay for all that? I mean, he gonna get tired of doing that shit if you ain't doing nothing.
She one of them I'm the prize type of females.
Oh, okay. Well, how long does it last?
Gravity.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Let me say this. At the end of the day,
ahead,
I feel like the reason why the relationship stays fixed, the reason why relationships, lasted back in the days, what I mean? Some of it was because, because of comfort and because of, maybe religion and other factors as well. But another factor was the fact that they have reasonable expectations. Okay. They may have known, all right, you don't have a lot of money. I don't have a lot of money, but we love and respect each other. You know what I mean? We're going to do our best to take care of these kids, take care of each other, and make a better life for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to do whatever it takes to make that happen. But nowadays, people don't have realistic expectations. It is both for men and women both. But specifically when I see women do this, because these are women that are doing this, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I mean? It's like cut up. We gotta get down to just the basics, because at the end of the day, the money and all that gonna fade, man. Who can stand the test of time? Who can stand the rain? Who could be the last man or woman standing in a situation? Who gonna really be there for each other? You know what I mean? When the hustler days are gone, like Life Jenna says, even when your hustler days are gone, you know what I mean? The chrome stop spinning, you know what I mean? And all the gold diggers and all that go away, and all the high value men and all that go away, and all that's gone, and Kevin Samuels is gone, all this bullshit is gone, all that feminist shit is gone. What's gonna happen then? What's gonna happen then? Who's gonna be there to the end of the road with you? Know what I mean? When that doctor tell you you're gonna have to stay your ass home, and somebody gonna have to look after you, or you gonna have to look after that person. Who's gonna be there to really do that? You know what I'm saying? Who really gonna be there to be there with you for the long haul? That's what people need to be thinking about. All the other stuff don't matter.
We don't think about that. We don't think about that.
Let's take a look. That was a good question. Let's see what these wonderful people are talking about.